In this presentation, we will take a look at the present value of an annuity with the use of months as the periods as opposed to years as the periods within our calculation. Here's going to be our data up top. We're going to have the periods 3, but this time months as opposed to years. We have the payments are going to be the 10,000 and the rate 12%. We can do this 3 ways. We can do it with the table, with formulas, or with Excel. We're going to show the tables and Excel. If we look at the table to the right, we know that we have the rates up top. We've got the periods on the left-hand side, neither of them referring to any type of period, such as year or month, just telling us what the period is and the rate is. What we need to do is, as long as we're using the same period for the rate and the number of periods, then we should be okay. So the rate up top, then we want to make sure that we have the monthly rate. Typically, that's the thing that we will change. So the periods are going to be 3 in terms of months, we're going to say, and therefore the rate we need to use needs to be in the terms of months. The problem is that the rate that we have here is going to be in terms of years normally. So we need to take that rate and divide it by 12. Book problems often don't do this. They often have a yearly rate because if we use the tables, it's going to be confusing because it could come up to something other than an even percentage. So to use an even percentage, we'll use 12 divided by 12 to give us 1%. And obviously, we don't have this problem in Excel. And in practice, it's much more likely things don't work out perfectly, and we have a few months that we're going to have to calculate into our calculation as well. So we're going to have the percent then. We have the number of periods 3, 1% per month, and that's going to give us our 2.9410. So 10,000, 2.9410, multiplying that out gives us the 29,410. Then we could see this in terms of Excel. Same data on the top left. We're going to put that into our worksheet, our function argument, bottom right. The rate then is going to be in B4. So we have B4. That's going to be 12. And then we'll divide that by 12. And that's going to be what we'll do here. And again, it doesn't matter in Excel if it's not even. So because Excel will deal with the rounding, and we don't have the same problem as we do with the table. But this time it comes out, of course, to the 1%. And then we'll take a look at the number of periods, that being 3 in terms of months. Although it doesn't say it here, it will be in terms of months because it lines up to the monthly interest rate. And then we'll have the payment, which is going to be in B3. That'll be the 10,000. So then if we calculate that out, it comes out to the 29,409 once again. And if we see that in terms of the formula, it's going to be equal. I put a negative in order to flip the sign rather than getting a negative result. We'll put a negative in front of the PV. Brackets, then the argument will follow down here. First the rate, B4. So within B4, 12 divided by the number of months, 12, to get the rate per month. And then we've got comma, the next argument, which is going to be the number of periods in B2. That's going to be 3 in B2, and then comma, and then the payment, which is going to be in B3, that being the 10,000.